Ashhora is a volcanic sea-like world. The volcanoes rise from the black waters, surrounded by endless oceans. Entire civilizations cling to the mountains and small islands. There are glow pines, and fungus lives in the barks of the glow pines that make the glow pine slightly glow. Locals eat the glow berries from the pine. The glow pines, they feed off of light magic and the energy fire makes. If they don't have access to clean water, the fungus will dry up and the pines will stop glowing. Social classes of Ashhora are dictated by class and flow trade. Sea level is low class, where the shark wolves and otter dogs live. Middle class is the midland, where the hot springs and snowy forests are. The frog pugs and glow huskies live there. The upper class and military strength are the volcanic peaks. That's usually towns made up of lava hounds and stone jaw foxes. Then the 1%, the pigeon hounds, live in light cities, which is a huge city floating in the sky. First page is male shark wolves. They don't have gills. They build bubbles filled with air and mucus. They can hold their breath up to 15 minutes. They hunt a lot of the deep sea creatures and gather raw minerals to trade to the otter dogs. They build these dam homes that are like islands that have trees growing on top of it. Here's a diagram of them. And then here's the female shark wolves. Here's a breakdown of Ashhora. Only half of it is habitable. The other half has a giant supervolcano that makes toxic air. So the islands that have trees and stuff, they make the wind flow. All of the toxic air only stay on one side of the planet. Then we have the otter dogs. They are really known for boats, and they live in tree houses. They use a lot of light magic. They're definitely lower class, a little bit higher than the shark wolves. They have floating gardens that rise with the floods because the islands often flood. That's also why they live in tree houses. It also protects them from water serpents from the deep oceans. But mostly shark dogs hunt those. Shark wolves, sorry. Also, their tree houses, they have electricity and minimum electronics and electrical stuff. Then as you go up the mountains, you have the middle class, the frog pugs that live in these wooden houses with the glow huskies. Glow pugs make this mucus when they're stressed that makes medicine and healing gels. They live closer to the hot springs of the mountains with the glow huskies. The glow huskies are called glow huskies because a symbiotic moss grows on them that helps their fur grow. Some claim to hear voices from the moss, and they're often spiritual leaders. They also have access to technology, unlike the wolf sharks that get taxed unfairly because they can't use technology with how their houses are. Then they believe in the climb fate, so each level of the mountain is where they'll be reincarnated to, and the top is where the pigeon hounds live, which are the 1%. Then here's a male version of the glow husky. So lava hounds, here's a male and female. I'll show you both. First the female. They use illusion magic. They laugh, smoke. They're kind of cool. They're more of the protectors. They're seen as law enforcers. They're resistant to fire and ash, and they can breathe in harsh toxins. They build these mining houses that come out of the peaks of the hot mountain, where they just build upwards, and the stone foxes also live there, stone jaw foxes, where there's bones and there is naturally made out of metal, and they can bite through metal. A lot of mining goes on these towns with the stone jaw foxes and lava hounds. Here's a page on secret societies, and then here's some more jaw fox males. And then I have Light City, where it's all artificially light, where the pigeon hounds live and they like rule things, and they do interdimensional trading and stuff. If you have any questions, I'll go more deeply on any of these pages. Just ask.